All right, guys. Welcome here tonight to Shenandoah High School. We're getting ready to start the JV game between the Shenandoah Raiders and the Eastern Hancock Royals. Couple of notes here tonight. Obviously, you can see we are operating. This is audio only. Shenandoah does a pay-per-view broadcast on the NFHS network. So as to not kind of infringe on that, we are doing just audio, kind of a radio broadcast tonight here. I got a couple of students with me, Reed Hedrick.
Hello.
And then Houston Swan, who's going down and getting a game program, so he'll be back. Another thing, we're operating off of our hotspot tonight, and we were having some problems. Our internet was a little hit or miss. It was really good, and then it was really bad, and then really good, and really bad. So hopefully I think we have those problems figured out, but if we drop, then we'll, sometimes you may see something. It may mess up a little bit, but hopefully everything's resolved there. I think we have it all figured out. So we're getting ready to get underway. I don't know what we're waiting on here because the buzzer went off. We're all standing around waiting like we're looking for starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shenandoah High School for tonight's
there we go. Now they're going to start talking.
Between Eastern Hancock Royals and your Shenandoah Raiders. First, let's kick the lineups. For the visiting Eastern Hancock, the non-starters. Number 12, A.D. Cooley. Number 14,
all right.
Number 15, A.D. Willis. Number 21, Bryce Green.
They only let you take one program? Okay, well.
Now starting on Eastern Hancock. At guard, a 5'8" junior.
I guess since I'm doing the play-by-play, I'll take it so I can use the Raiders' names. We have a varsity roster. We just didn't have a JV roster, and they only let us take one. So starters here for the Royals. Same starters we've had every game this season. At point guard, number 1, Isaac Lewis. Shooting guard, number 3, Jaden Stein. Small forward, number 25, Charlie Halcomb. The two big guys inside, number 32, Grant Gray, and number 43, Griffin Brown, are going to be the two guys inside. Welcome back, Houston. Houston, we introduced ourselves, and you weren't here yet.
I can't believe you didn't wait for me.
Non-starters. Number 4, Coy Price. Number 12, Trent Kloppenberg.
So we'll sitting here, they're introducing the Raiders right now. There's a lot more guys there on the bench than there are on my roster. I only have 9 on my roster, and there are at least 10 out there for JV guys. So we'll see here.
They could be listed under varsity.
Yeah, they just said Jack Stevens, number 3. Yeah, he's not listed on JV. So
He
starters
is listed on varsity.
Yeah. So it looks like the 2 Stevens, number 3, Jack Stevens, number 5, Drake Stevens. Number 22, A.J. Demick. Number 24, the sophomore Carson Brookbank. Okay, he's on the varsity one too. And then number 32, Lucas Mills. Yeah, he's on the varsity one as well. So there's, instead of listing them twice, they just have them listed once. So we'll see here. Grant looks like he's going to tip with Jack Stevens. And we'll be underway here in just a sec. Ref steps in, ball's up. Tip goes to the Raiders. Demick with the ball. Working up top. Gets it over to Drake Stevens. Stevens on the wing, gets it to Jack up top. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound put back up by Lucas Mills. Griffin Brown pushes the other way. Gets stopped, kicks it out to Isaac Lewis, over to Jaden Stein. Stein at the top of the key, gets it over to Charlie Halcomb on the wing. Back up top to Lewis up top. Back to the wing. Charlie Halcomb looks, tries to find a cutter, but nobody open. Back, cross court over to Stein. Stein up top to Grant Gray. Grant drives, kicks to Stein. Now Stein drives, has it deflected away by Brookbank. It'll be here Royal ball. It's a lot more to say when you're radio instead of just watching.
Sure has.
Stein to trigger the inbound. Finds Chuck in the corner. Charlie, nice pass. Gets it in. Griffin Brown can't quite finish the play. and draws the foul.
It's a good look inside by Jaden Stein there.
Griffin gets fouled. Who was that foul on? 30, Lucas Mills, the 6'1 junior. Griffin hits the first. Griffin had a really big game last night. He hit 4 threes and really kind of carried us last night against Monroe Central. Hits the second. And Eastern's ahead 2-0 here, a minute into the game. Stevens with it up top, guarded by Gray. Dribbling, gets a screen from Mills. Gray almost gets the steal, but Mills ends up coming up with it just on the other side of the timeline. Gets to Stevens, guarded by Isaac Lewis. And to Dimmick on the wing. Dimmick, guarded by Charlie. Really not going anywhere with their offense right now. They're just kind of throwing it around the perimeter.
Yeah, they haven't got much penetration inside, I guess, till now.
Let's say that. And then
Yep.
Stevens penetrates, but Grant Gray with the big block, and Jaden Stein's going the other way. Jaden finds Isaac in the corner. Isaac dribbles it back out, up to Gray, top of the key. Gray drives, finds nice back cut to Isaac. But again, nobody shot it. Isaac kicks it over to Griffin. Charlie Halcomb now 3 from the corner, no good. And that's going to go out of bounds. Griffin just got caught too far into the basket.
Couple of really good defensive efforts by Grant Gray here to start.
Does he have 2? Was it 1 block and 1?
I think he has 2.
2 blocks already?
And almost a steal.
Yeah.
The Royals are looking good on offense. They're getting at least some open looks.
Only 2 points, but our offense looks smooth right now. We're getting it where we need to. Again, Stevens up top. Gets it to Brookbank, over to Jack Stevens. Jack Stevens tries to drive. Kind of turns the corner on Isaac, and Isaac's going to foul him. I don't know. I think Isaac got all ball.
Hard to tell from here, but
There's a basketball goal in the way of our view because apparently they didn't put up the side goal over here. I don't know if you get bonus.
All the other ones
All the other ones are up, but the side goal on our side is.
that feels like a mistake.
Yeah. What would you do if you just shot it in that goal? As first free throw is no good by Stevens. Like, you get bonus points if you
I
hit
heard it was the infamous 4-point shot.
Yeah, 4 point. So second free throw on the way. It's good. And the Royals lead 2-1. Full court press here from the Raiders. We get it into the middle, and then Gray's pass is deflected by Stevens, and still our ball, but we'll have it here side out. Jaden Stein. Nobody's moving. There we go. Get it to Isaac Lewis.
Raiders now in a 2-3 zone look, changing up their defense.
I think we'll see everything under the sun on the varsity. Their coach likes to play a lot of different defenses. Chuck with the 3, no.
Gets his own board, back to Lewis.
Nice job, Charlie. Charlie drives, puts it up. Oh, wild shot, almost goes in. I like to see Charlie's aggression. Jack Stevens drives, cut off, kicks out to Dimmick. Back to Stevens in the corner. Stevens guarded by Lewis, kicks it back up to Drake Stevens. Drake Stevens gets it over to Dimmick on the near wing. Dimmick back to Drake. Tries to hit the cutting Mills, but nothing there. Ends up finding Brookbank on the wing. Brookbank guarded by Stein, spins in the lane, nothing there. Kicks back out to Jack Stevens. They're really trying to post up hard inside. Drake Stevens drives in, but Grant just keeps cutting him off. He throws it into Brookbank on the post, and his turnaround's no good. Lucas Mills, again, we have a backboard in the way. Who'd they call the foul on, Reed? I couldn't see that.
I'm not sure. Jaden Stein.
It looked like maybe Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden. Jaden just let the Raider get position on him there and was forced to foul him or give up an easy layup. So Stevens will take it out of bounds under his own basket here. Gets it inbounds to Mills. Mills is cut off by Brown, picks up his dribble in the corner. Gets it to Stevens on the wing. Stevens working on Gray, just kind of dribbling out here on the wing. This has been a really long possession.
Seems like it has.
Working, they get it into Mills.
Can't quite hold
Yeah.
on to it there.
Griffin did a nice job of pushing him out of the lane, too. They try to lob it in over the top of Stein, and they do. They get it right into, who was that, Tomlinson? I didn't see Tomlinson come into the game, man.
I think he subbed in during their inbound.
Yes, he did. Griffin gets it to Grant in the corner, back up top to Lewis. Over on the wing to Halcomb, back up top to Lewis. They still in their 2-3? Yeah, they're still in their 2-3. Lewis still up top, gets to Charlie, over to Grant on the far wing, 3 on the way, perfect.
Good shot.
Grant was really cold last night. He and Charlie only combined for 15 points. They usually average over 15 each, so good to see him get going. And the Royals are back on top 5-3.
That was a really nice shot. It was about NBA range 3.
Yeah, he was at least 3 feet behind the three-point line. And actually, since people online can't see, we could say that he was on the other side of half court if we wanted to.
We could say that.
We can exaggerate, and they will never know. As the Raiders try to throw it inside, and Mills can't handle it and turns it over. Again, full court pressure. Isaac gets it in the middle to Gray. Over to Griffin Brown on the wing. Brown's going to drive in, puts up the layup just too hard. Rolls out and rebounded by Carson Brookbank. That's like 3 times now we've been right at the rim and haven't been able to finish. Jack Stevens backs down Isaac Lewis, puts up the shot, bounces around, no. Again, rebounded by Tomlinson, but Charlie Halcomb just strips it away. Grant's pushing the other way. Oh, I thought he was just going to pull up on that. Gets it to Brown in the corner. Griffin shot, no. Tomlinson with the rebound. Minute 21 left here in the first quarter. This has been a really quick quarter. Only 3 fouls total. No timeouts. In the corner. Trying to get it into Mills. Mills trying to post up Griffin Brown, but Griffin's just literally playing straight up. He's not doing anything fancy. He's just saying, shoot it over me. And Jaden Stein gets the rebound, kicks to Gray, top of the key. Gray's 3, good.
Another one.
Nice.
Grant's got the last 6 points here. We're under a minute left. The Royals lead 8-3.
Well, Grant's over his cold streak from last night, it appears.
Yeah, I think you're right. Stevens drives in, gets tied up by Isaac Lewis, jump ball.
Nice play.
That's our ball. It's a really nice job by Isaac.
Looks like we got Aiden Cooley coming in.
Yep, Aiden's going to replace Griffin, and number 20, Kenyon Troxel, will be checking in for the Raiders. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Royals lead 8-3. Grant with the ball in the wing. Dribbles into the free throw line, trying to find Cooley, but Cooley couldn't get open. Ends up finding Stein cutting. Stein weird sequence of events, throws it away. Stevens ends up getting it. Stevens throws it in. Nice extra pass in there to Brookbank, and Brookbank finishes. Sorry, I'm talking over you, Reed. I can turn your mic up and make you louder. 10 seconds left here. Isaac drives in. Shot no good. Rebounded by Stevens. Gets it to Jack Stevens. Puts it up ahead. Nice hustle by Jaden Stein. If Jaden, and that's going to be the end of the quarter, if Jaden hadn't gotten back there, that would have been an easy layup for Tomlinson.
Good hustle.
Yeah, good hustle by the Royals so far.
I think our offense has been there. We've just missed a lot of layups.
Yep.
Charlie's missed 2 or 3 3-pointers that, he normally doesn't miss, and we've had probably 4 layups that we've just missed that we shouldn't have. But we still have the 8-5 lead here at the end of the first quarter.
Yep, if they can capitalize on a few of those open looks, we'll have a wide open game here.
So again, I'm joined tonight by Reed Hedrick and Houston Swan, who are helping us out. Reed is a basketball aficionado, basically a savant when it comes to basketball.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Reed not watching a basketball game.
I agree.
Played from kindergarten to 3rd grade, so I know all about it.
So, again, we're audio only tonight. Shenandoah does a pay-per-view broadcast on the NFHS network, so, we're respecting them and not doing a video because, we want to allow them to do their pay-per-view thing. We want to thank the Shenandoah Athletic Department for letting us even do audio. We appreciate it.
I'm just glad I'm finally getting to attend a game.
I know. You guys, I feel bad for you guys as Shenandoah inbounds here to start the second quarter. You know, you guys haven't gotten – and think of the people who didn't play football either. They haven't been able to go to any games all year. Although we got to go – there were some people at football, right?
Yeah, they let in a solid number at our home games at least.
It seems like several away games we've had that they've let, for basketball, that they've let fans in too.
Yeah. There we go. Isaac Lewis, 3 from the top of the key. No.
Just short.
Rebounded by Drake Stevens. Pushes it ahead. Gets it up ahead to Troxel. He's got it under the basket, and he is going to get a 3-second call here really soon. Yep. He just kind of looked uncomfortable. I was waiting.
Yeah.
The ref blew his whistle, but never signaled anything, did he?
He signaled something, but couldn't see it behind this.
Behind the nice backboard.
Sure, we could
Behind the
ask
backboard
somebody
here.
and get that put up.
I mean, seriously, I don't think I've ever seen a varsity game played with an extra goal down on the side. Chuck for 3, no. He's 0 for 3 now on the night. Stevens pushing the other way. Kind of out of control, and Charlie takes the charge.
Nice.
You got to love Charlie. I don't know about you guys playing football with him this year. I didn't know what to expect. I've never coached Charlie before. I've never taught him before. I liked coaching him a lot in football this year.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Good work ethic. I really like it.
So Aiden Cooley over to Gray on the wing. Gray drives into the free throw line, puts it up, no. Rebounded by Tomlinson. Up to Stevens in the corner to Dimick. Back up top to Stevens. Opposite corner to Tomlinson. They get Dimick up top. Chase Stewart checked in for us too. I didn't see that. Chase Stewart replaced
yes.
Jaden Stein. Stevens drives and traveled.
Yep.
Aiden and Grant just kind of stepped over and cut him off.
Griffin Brown in for Aiden Cooley.
And is that Caden? Caden
Yep.
Willis.
He's checked in for Chuck.
As Coach Hibbert calls Chuck, the Swiss Charlie knife.
Swiss Charlie knife. Fitting. He can do it all.
So Isaac Lewis will walk it up court here. Royals still lead by 3, 5:15 to go here in the second quarter. Royals lead 8-5. Grant Gray drives, spins, and has it poked away by Stevens out of bounds, and the Royals will keep it under their own basket. Okay, so let's see. Caden Willis will inbound. 5:10 on the clock. Cross screen and throws it right to Stevens. And so it's stolen away. Shenandoah pushes the pace, but we hustle back, and Stevens now has it up top. Gets a screen from Brookbank, but takes the 3 anyway. No good, and Grant gets the rebound, but then tries to throw it up court, and it's knocked away, and quick layup there by Tomlinson.
He had Lewis all by himself.
I know. And he saw it, too. He went to throw it and didn't see Stevens there. So, again, Royals now lead by 1, 8-7. Caden Willis is fouled, and Coach Bechtel, I can hear him from across the gym screaming for a foul. Because I think Griffin got fouled right before that on the wing.
Yes, it looked like he did.
Looks like, so fouls on Tomlinson. I think somebody's bleeding.
Yeah, Brookbank got sent out.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why he was.
Yeah, it must be
Yeah,
blood.
it's blood. Caden Willis inbounds. Nobody's getting open, but finds Chase Stewart eventually. Chase is trying to get it into Grant, but throws a bad pass. Ends up rolling out to Grant. Grant 3 from the wing, no. Rebounded by Tomlinson. So again, 4:19 left here. Royals lead 8-7 in this JV game. Stevens with the ball. Gets a screen from Tomlinson. Goes right back to Tomlinson, and Caden Willis manages just to throw a hand up and poke it away. 4:09 to go. Jaden Stein and Charlie Halcomb will come back in, and the Royals are going to have starters on the floor. Shenandoah ball. They take it out under their own basket. Stevens 3 from the corner, no. Rebounded by Griffin Brown. And Grant Gray is going to bring it up court. Pulls up, gets it to Charlie on the wing. Halcomb kicks it back up top to Lewis.
Foul on Griffin for something.
Yeah, they said
Offensive foul, I think, maybe a legal screen.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but Griffin didn't argue it real hard either. So Stevens, guarded by Gray, may get a screen from Tomlinson. Sort of. Back up to the other Stevens. Back up to Stevens again. They're just kind of throwing it around, trying to toss it into Tomlinson, but they get it over to Dimmick in the far corner. His long two is good, and that's going to give Shenandoah the first lead at 9-8. We haven't scored this quarter, have we? 3:20 to go.
We're going to have to quit getting rid of the ball and start hitting our easy shots if we want to get the lead back.
Exactly. Griffin Brown's going to drive. His layup is blocked by Stevens, and Stevens is off and running. They've got a 3-on-1. Gets it to Lucas Mills, who missed the layup.
Good rebound by Grant.
Yeah. Grant tries to Euro step his way in, and Stevens tried to draw a charge. They're not going to call anything. They just called it out of bounds on Grant. Again, 2:52 left. Royals trail by 1, 9-8. Stevens bringing the ball up the floor, guarded by Gray. It's just a mismatch inside Tomlinson with Stein.
Yeah, there's about a 4 or 5 inch height difference down there, it looks like.
Oh, nice cut. Stevens to Stevens, and Isaac had great defensive position. Just
snuck it by him
just
there.
Yeah, right by his ear. Charlie 3 from the wing, no. Griffin's fighting for it, but Stevens with the rebound. 2:20 left. Raiders lead 11-8. Stevens up top with the ball. One of those has to start going in for Charlie, right?
I mean, if he just keeps shooting, you'd think eventually.
Again, Shenandoah just being patient, throwing it around. They throw it inside to Tomlinson. He tries to go over Stein and does and makes it. And it's 13-8. Royals trail by 5 with 1:45 left. Tomlinson has 6.
I think we're on an 8-0 run by Shenandoah here.
Stevens knocks it. No. Stevens knocked that out of bounds, but the ref over here called it out on Grant Gray.
Grant is not liking that call.
No, Grant doesn't like it at all. So it'll be Shenandoah ball, 1.5 left here in the half. Stevens guarded by Lewis. Gets a screen. Kicks it back up top to Mills. Mills drives on Griffin Brown. Griffin does a good job of just cutting him off. He drives in, throws up a wild shot, and Grant's going to get the rebound. Grant step back 3 in transition. Oh, are you serious?
Charlie with the hustle rebound there.
That thing hit every part of the rim. Okay, what are they calling? Foul?
Yep.
Yep.
Foul on Shenandoah. Can't see the number.
32, so that'd be
Mills. That's his second.
Actually used to go to Knightstown with Lucas Mills.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's your guys' grade, isn't he?
Yep.
So, again, Royals under a minute left here, 55 seconds. Being patient here. Isaac Lewis up on the half-court logo. Goes to drive.
Really need to get some points this possession.
We still haven't scored this quarter, and Jack Stevens just rips it away from Grant Gray.
Another turnover. It hurts the Royals.
I know. And Shenandoah is going to hold for the last shot. Or they're going to try, but Grant's not going to let Stevens do it. Stevens just kind of dribbling up here and gets the 5-second call.
Good defense by Grant Gray there.
Yeah, Joe Bennett, the JV coach, wasn't happy about that, but but I was right. It was the right call. So the Royals have 22 seconds left here to try to get their first points of the second quarter. Stein on the wing with the ball. Looking to hit a cutter, nobody there. Reverses it to Halcomb. Halcomb throws it up top to Gray. It's almost stolen away. Gray with some fancy footwork and then travels. Oh, man.
6.8 seconds to go here.
Shenandoah leads 13-8 still. Stevens pulls up from the wing, off the back of the rim. And the halftime score is going to be Shenandoah 13, Eastern Hancock 8. We didn't score that quarter.
We did not. Shenandoah really put the clamps down on defense.
Because, the first quarter we talked about it, we were getting good looks. We had good open threes. We had some good layups. We just missed. That quarter, we didn't really get a whole lot of shots up.
I think that, and we kind of hurt ourselves, too.
Turnovers. That was the killer that quarter.
We just seemed sloppier that quarter. On both ends of the floor. I mean, we were up 8-5.
Yep.
Let them go on an 8-0 run. So, again, we'll have to come back. I'm sure the conversation in the locker room with Coach Bechtel will motivate them to
yes, motivate's a good word.
Play a little bit with a little bit more purpose here in the second half. So we have 9.5 minutes left. We'll be back to start the second half in about that time. All right. We're back here about a minute and a half from the start of the second half. As we said, the Eastern Hancock Royals are taking on the Shenandoah Raiders here for this JV matchup. Royals trail 13-8. And after a really good first quarter, we went stone cold in the second and didn't score at all. So let's see what kind of adjustments we make. I'm always curious with other teams, do they have any guys that split quarters? That played in the first half that won't play in the second half or whatever.
I'm going to guess they do since they've got some of their guys listed on varsity.
Yeah.
Thinking they might.
And I think we looked, some of these guys, who was I looking at? Mills and Brookbank, they both scored a little bit in varsity games, but not a ton. So I don't know. We'll see if they keep them or not. But again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. As we said earlier, the Shenandoah is doing a pay-per-view in FHS Network. And so we have no video tonight because we're trying to respect that and not infringe on their broadcast. But what you should do is if you want to watch it, you should turn that on your TV and watch, and you should mute it and then listen to us on your phone.
Absolutely. That'd be the best way to go about it.
So I'm here, as I said earlier, Houston Swan, Reed Hedrick, hanging out with me tonight. Doing a good job. Be Eastern Hancock ball to start the second half. Royals have Lewis, Gray, Brown, Stein, and Halcomb. Raiders have Stevens, Tomlinson, who am I missing there? Dimmick, and Mills. There we go. A little bit of a flop there by Stevens, but as Grant drove in, he did give him the forearm. And Grant Gray picks up the offensive foul. Only his first. Team's first, but again, that's not the start we wanted to the second half.
Shenandoah appears to be having some real success with the zone they moved into earlier in the game.
We had somebody say we're 30 seconds ahead of the video. What you can do if you're watching on YouTube, I don't know about Facebook or Twitter because I don't have Facebook. I don't know how to use Facebook. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can click the little video bar at the bottom and you can drag it back 30 seconds and it'll match up then perfectly. So you can always do that. Shot there is no good by Mills, but Dimmick gets the rebound. Stevens with the ball out at top. Gets it over to Dimmick on the wing. They're trying to toss it into Tomlinson. Stein and Gray converge and force the turnover. Isaac Lewis gets the fast break layup.
There's Eastern's first point since the end of the first quarter.
Good hard effort by Jaden Stein and a good pass to Isaac Lewis.
I like how Jaden's fighting right now. As again, Doa moving it around the perimeter. Mills with it up top, gets it over to Stevens. Stevens guarded by Isaac Lewis. I haven't seen, has Shenandoah attempted a three yet?
They had one down in the corner.
Yep.
And I think that might be it.
They really haven't shot a lot of threes. Royals force a tough shot by Tomlinson, and Charlie Halcomb tries to save it, and I think he stepped on the line when he tried to save it, so it'll be Raider ball. Again, Shenandoah. There we go. Foul by Mills. That's going to be his third.
Griffin's been down there frustrating him this whole game.
That's what Griffin's been good at, is just frustrating. Now he's talking with Stevens. Just watching those two walk back down the court, jawing at each other.
I like it.
I do too.
Shenandoah's moving into a 1-3-1 zone now. They're changing it up again. You're right, their coach does have a lot of defenses.
And he uses them all. Again, just under 5 minutes left here. Royals trail 13-10. Grant Gray with the ball, gets it into the high post to Griffin Brown. Opposite wing to Halcomb. Charlie's three, no. But he gets his own rebound. Oh, trying to save it. Saves it right to Tomlinson. Stevens lost the handle and manages to pick it back up, gets it to the other Stevens. So it's Drake Stevens standing with the ball under his arm, gets it to Jack. Not sure if they're related. They look kind of similar, so I'm guessing they are.
I think that's a reasonable assumption.
Freshman and junior here. Mills with it up top. Raiders just being patient. Royals playing good defense. They're really trying to get it into Tomlinson. They just can't do it. They end up getting it in to Stevens with Gray guarding him, and Gray nearly picked up the foul, but Stevens ends up hitting the layup. So Raiders lead by 5. 3:45 left here in the third quarter. Charlie tries throwing it into Griffin Brown, but a lazy pass gets deflected. It'll get out of bounds, and it'll be Royal basketball on the side. Jaden Stein throws it in. Dimick steals it and then throws it off of Isaac Lewis. And that's 2 lazy passes in a row. Nope, they are going to say it's our ball still. I don't like the way we're passing the ball right now.
Nope, leading to turnovers. Almost another one.
Goodness gracious, guys. Grant Gray finally drives in, tries to throw it to Halcomb, and it's stolen by Dimick. Coach Bechtel timeout coming here.
Yeah, Coach Bechtel, 3 from Shenandoah there.
Jack Stevens hits the 3, and the lead is now 8 for the Raiders. Grant Gray with it on the wing, just being hounded by Mills. Now he gets it to Stein. Back to Gray in the corner. Gray drives, and they're going to call a charge on Grant?
Questionable call there.
He didn't even knock anybody out of the way.
He even got his arm held going to the ground, but
yeah. There's no way that was a charge. We just, full timeout. So now they do the stupid thing where they put the timeout on the scoreboard and you can't see how much time is left. We have about, 3:30, I think, ish, probably. Royals trail by 8. This just, our passing just looks so, it's so lax. It's like, and you know this, Houston, as a quarterback, if you're throwing into traffic over the middle, it's got to be with some zip. You can't just float that thing in there.
Correct.
Even if it makes it harder to catch, you've got to put some heat on it, or else it's going to get deflected or picked off. We're just floating it all in there right now.
I'm sure that's one of the talking points in the huddle down there. Tell you what, I'm glad I'm up here and not down there.
Yeah, nice
Coach,
little clipboard toss there.
I was getting ready to say that. Coach Bechtel is not happy right now.
Yep, I've been in those timeouts before. They're not a lot of fun.
I don't blame him. I mean, we played really well, a lot of energy there in the first quarter, but here in this second and third, we've just been flat.
Seems like we came out to play really hard, really smooth, and then we just kind of got too relaxed.
Yeah, 2:52 to go. Royals trail by 8, 18-10. Royals still haven't subbed. Neither have the Raiders, for that matter. Isaac Lewis pokes it out of bounds, but it'll stay Raider ball. Stevens inbounds to Jack Stevens. Jack drives, hits Drake. Drake trying to throw it over the top of Stein, but can't do it. Has to throw it out to Dimick up top. Dimick guarded by Halcomb. They're still trying to get it inside. Halcomb pokes it away, but it ends up getting thrown inside, and Jaden Stein deflects it out of bounds. This is a little better. Raiders to inbound. We're going to have timeout Shenandoah. Timeout Shenandoah. I'm trying to figure out who's running the music here. They're doing a pretty good job.
That's what I said coming in. I'm enjoying this music.
One thing I enjoyed, we were just talking about this during the halftime break. Reed pointed it out. The largest trophy I've ever seen in my life is in the trophy case here at Shenandoah. What was it? What did you say it was for, Reed?
It was band. State final band 1972.
I'm not kidding you. That thing is.
It's every bit of
5
5.5
foot.
feet tall.
Yeah. If it's. I mean, that thing is Zach Arnold sized, is what it is. They have a Zach Arnold sized trophy. And it's. What you say it was like 70, 72?
Yeah, 72.
That thing is huge.
Great condition still.
Yeah. Nice deflection there. Steal by Griffin Brown. I think Stein was the one that got a hand on it. Jaden brings it in. Kicks to Gray. And Lewis in the corner. Isaac takes it up. Gets it over to Charlie Halcomb up top. Halcomb to the near side to Gray. Reverses it. Opposite corner. Charlie Halcomb 3. No. Rebounded by Stevens. And Charlie has just been off all night from behind the arc.
And you just have some nights like that, but who knows, maybe he'll catch fire here in the next few minutes.
We could use it.
Somebody's going to have to.
And even though you're missing, you can't pass up that shot. Raiders just kind of tossing it here around the top. Stevens looking to get a screen. Now he's looking to get it inside to Tomlinson. Can't do it. Stein's just fronting the whole time. Tomlinson gets him a screen. Stevens dumps it into Tomlinson. Tomlinson throws up a wild shot, and it goes in.
Wow. He shot that from his hip. And
he was facing the other way.
Yeah.
He was facing the opposite basket.
No, we can't do that.
Now we throw it away.
Bad pass.
And 1:12 left here in the third quarter. The Royals trail by 10, 20-10.
Talked to Isaac before the game, and he said the goal was just to simply win, but we're going to have to turn something on to make that happen.
Yeah, we have scored 2 points since the end of the first quarter. Isaac pokes it away from Stevens, but just can't get the steal. Stevens ends up driving in and trips over Isaac or Charlie, one of the two.
Looks like they're going to call it on Charlie, I think.
Yeah. It was good defense by Isaac. We just, couldn't finish it. 54 seconds here on the clock.
I think Stevens maybe got away with a little push off there, but
I agree.
I know I heard Coach Bechtel yelling about it.
By the way, if you're watching online and you see that there's an extra basket down, that's the 4-point goal. No, I'm kidding. That's what Reed actually talked to him about changing it, and they said it was broken.
Yep. There's a cable hanging off of it.
Yep. Oh, and they get it inside to Tomlinson. And I think Gray fouled him or Stein pushed him from the back. I can't tell which. They're going to call Stein with the push from behind. And Tomlinson's going to get the and one. 36 seconds left. Royals trail by 12 now. Make it 13. And again, we have scored 2 points since the end of the first quarter, and we are 30 seconds left in the third. Gray, corner three over Stevens, no good. Rebound by Drake Stevens, but they got a foul, and I think they're going to call a push, saying Drake Stevens pushed Griffin Brown out of the way. 24 seconds left here. Timeout, Coach Bechtel.
Royals are really going to have to find a spark here if they want to turn this around.
Yes, they are.
Make up 13 points in about 7 minutes here.
26 seconds left here in this quarter.
This seems like it's been a relatively low-scoring game.
I mean, even Shenandoah's only scored 23. I mean, we're used to scoring in the 40s, and again, obviously us sitting at 10, but they haven't been scoring a whole lot either, so it's been both ways. All right. This will be Eastern ball. Here, 24 seconds left, down 13. We've got to get some momentum.
Looks like we had Chase Stewart come in for Isaac.
And then Isaac's going back to the scores table. Lob to Grant, no good. Can't get the follow. Gets his own rebound again.
There's a lot going down.
Yeah. And gets pushed by Mills. That's going to be 4 on Mills.
Yeah, he's definitely an aggressive player. You can tell by his 4 fouls.
Looks like they might be subbing in for him, probably.
Yeah, Troxell's going to come in for him.
Good call.
17 seconds left here. Jaden Stein to inbound. Isaac just came back in for Chase Stewart. Same play, trying to tip it up to Gray. Couldn't finish it. Troxell with the rebound. Grant just knocked him down.
No, he just ran into him. Grant stood there like a brick wall.
6 seconds. Drake Stevens spins, travels, no call, puts it up, and we fouled him with 0.9 seconds left.
There's too many mistakes this game.
Ugh. Like, we just let him get right into the paint. I know he did travel and they didn't call it, but now it's going to be Drake Stevens with less than a second left on the clock at shooting 2. Missed the first. Hits the second. And we're not going to have time to do anything here. Oh, Isaac does get the ball off, but bangs it off the backboard. So the Royals, at the end of the third quarter, trail 24-10. And again, we've gone 2 quarters and scored 2 points in those 2 quarters.
I know Coach Bechtel isn't happy about that down there.
No. By the way, Reed,
Yes.
someone by the name of Ashton Smith
Oh, God.
has said that you're one of the best commentators ever.
Well, thank you, Ashton.
I would have to agree. Reed's been doing a fantastic job over here.
With my, all my basketball knowledge.
Yeah. You've got 3 years of experience. I feel like that's enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's Optimus League.
Kindergarten,
I'm
3rd grade. I
pretty
mean,
much
that's
a pro.
Yeah.
Used to play at the Hoosier Gym all the time.
yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah.
That's where legends are made.
I think I have maybe in my career basketball, like maybe 6 points total. But like I used to be an assist king.
See, now your career is starting to sound a lot like mine. I was full-time varsity my junior and senior year and never scored double figures in a varsity game. In, what would that be, 40 games, 20 a year? Stevens struggling to get it in, finally finds Drake Stevens. Again, 14-point lead here for the Raiders. There you go. Good defense, forces the turnover.
You got to get something going here.
Carson Brookbank checked in here for the Raiders. I think he replaced Dimmick. Grant gets it over to Charlie. Charlie gets it back up top to Grant. Grant, kick around, Griffin Brown, corner 3, airballed it.
Too strong.
Oh,
Great
wow.
save by Stein.
Stein saved it right under the basket, but Isaac didn't go up with it. Stein drives in, tips it out to Halcomb. Charlie, with the runner, gets murdered in the lane. No foul.
call.
Stein tips it up, and there's going to be Tomlinson with the rebound. Inside to Troxell, back out to Tomlinson. Stevens, another 3 on the way, short, rebounded by Gray. Gray pulls up, short jumper, no, rebounded by Tomlinson. And that was just, we drove down, took the first semi-open look and missed it. And at least we got a shot off. We've been turning it over way too much, but not what we wanted. Troxell in the corner. Finds Brookbank down low. Over Halcomb, no. But Stevens right there for the rebound. His wild shot's no good, and he goes over the back of Gray.
Looks like the Raiders are going to bring in Mills with 4 fouls.
What if you just tell them, you get a 14-point lead.
Yep.
Just play basketball. If you foul out, you foul out. You just can't just keep somebody on the bench with those 4. You almost have to let them play sometimes.
That's right.
What grade? He's a junior too, so maybe trust that he'll be a little more mature about it and not be dumb and pick up a foul. Little weave action. Isaac gets into the lane.
And
nice
one.
play. That would have been an instant replay there because Isaac Lewis just got in, hit the floater. He doubled our point total for this half and has a chance to add one more. Misses the free throw, but Gray gets the rebound, kicks it back to Isaac, and we throw it away. Charlie.
Great
Good
hustle.
effort.
Yeah. Pulls up, finds Lewis. Back out to
Pass.
Charlie. Charlie's 10-footer's no good.
Royals may want to start exploring their options with the 4-point shot here pretty soon.
Yeah, as they just let that ball get into Tomlinson, he hits the layup. And the score of 4.5 minutes left. The Royals trail by 14, 26-12. Sorry, we're not updating you with the score time enough. I keep forgetting about that. Stein is fouled by Mills, and Mills
He's
just
done.
starts heading for the bench. He knows. That one was me.
He played for all that 1 minute there.
Mm-hmm. He just couldn't help himself with Stein down low. He knew he was going to swat that thing. So Dimmick and 33, Landon Reddick. I think it's the first time he's been in. They're going to come into the game. Jaden will shoot 2. Reed, I think I'm going to make you my time and score guy
Okay.
because I keep forgetting to say it.
That's fine.
First shot is good by Jaden Stein.
I want to thank everybody for listening tonight. Again, we're trying to, it stinks not being able to do video, but we're doing our best. Jaden misses the second, rebounded by Demick. Stevens guarded by Lewis. Gets it over to Reddick. Back to the other Stevens on the far wing. He's guarded by Gray, back up top to Demick. Over to Brookbank. Almost stolen away by Stein. And Reddick has it. Under 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Royals still trail by 13. Trying to back down. Nice job by Halcomb of coming over and helping Jaden Stein. He blocks Brookbank's shot.
Brookbank and Stein are just having a battle down there in the post.
I know, they have
They're
been
going at it.
Well, and earlier it was Tomlinson and Stein. Stein has been just punching above his weight class all night. Nobody to get it into, and the Raiders take a timeout. Royals trail by 13, 3:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. So again, timeout Raiders. 30-second timeout here. Again, good music. I always wonder, this is a gym. One end, you've got a decent amount of space between the basket and the wall. But then on our right, there's triple the amount of space. It's really kind of cavernous over there. And I wonder shooting on that end if it makes a difference. Did you ever play in this gym?
I played in this gym my freshman year. It's not bad, but you can definitely tell one side or the other.
Brookbank hits the layup there.
Then again, I
13.
didn't shoot much when I played, but
And warm-ups.
yeah, I shot a lot in warm-ups. That's right.
3.5 left. Gray's going to pull up. Nobody on him.
Okay.
Just off to the left there. And he hit those 2 threes in the first quarter, and he has yet to score since. It's just been one of those nights for the Royals.
That was on Eastern Hancock, number 1, Isaac Lewis. His second, team 6.
So it'll be Raider ball out of bounds here. Raiders have Stevens, Brookbank, Reddick, and Dimmick.
There, we finally got a call.
Stevens doesn't like that. He's telling the ref. But Isaac Lewis finally got the charge call there.
About time. He's been doing that all night.
3 minutes exactly on the clock. And we need 15 points. Charlie gets in the lane. Just can't finish anything. Oh, man.
Like you said, just one of those nights. Can't get anything to go.
Again, this was 8-5 at the end of the first quarter.
Shenandoah's defense is just...
They've turned it up a notch.
Yeah. Ever since they went to their zones, it's just been... Can't get any open looks.
No.
And when they do, they just don't fall.
We're struggling to penetrate as well. Isaac just gets in there and has it swatted away. Dimmick with the block. Hagan Tomlinson checks back in. He'll replace Stevens, and that's probably the last we'll see of Stevens.
Inside 2:30 here in the game.
Grant, 3 from the corner, off to the left again. Stevens with the rebound. Grant all over him. Gets to Dimmick. He's hounded by Isaac Lewis. Tomlinson guarded by Brown. Charlie Halcomb gets the steal. Charlie goes up, and they're going to call that a clean block, or are they going to call it?
Surely that was a foul.
Yeah, okay.
They're calling it.
That was,
I don't know much, but that had to be a foul.
was that not like the least enthusiastic foul call? The ref just kind of
He just kind of blew his whistle.
blew his whistle, almost like it just went out of bounds. And that was, I was watching him like, are you going to call it, or are you just going to let it go? But it was a foul on Dimmick, and that should put Charlie Halcomb at the line to shoot 2.
Once again, the music guy.
So
It's wonderful.
Playing the hits tonight.
I want to compliment him. I don't know who he is, but I want to compliment him. Again, we want to remind you for the varsity game, if you're watching, if you subscribe to Shenandoah's NFHS network, they do have commentators for the varsity game. They
Not
just
as good as us.
They're
but
not going to be as good as us. I can tell you that for sure. So Charlie Halcomb at the line. Royals have not subbed this half, except for maybe like a 5-second sequence where Chase Stewart came in for Isaac Lewis. Halcomb's first free throw is perfect. Makes it.
I know one thing. It's been a hard-fought physical game by both sides. We just haven't hit the shots and made the plays we need to.
I haven't seen us shoot this bad in a long time.
Yeah, it's not like it was a bad defensive game. They've held them to
28.
28 with 2 to go.
And this is a good team. I think, we beat Monroe Central last night, the JV did, and I think Shenandoah's JV beat Monroe Central's by 30. We beat them by 12 or 15. So, I mean, it should be an evenly matched game. We've played them pretty well. Just can't hit shots. Raiders trying to get it in. Grant Gray deflects it right back out of bounds. Again, Stevens trying to find somebody. Finds Jack Stevens, who's back into the game. It's up top to Tomlinson, over to Dimmick. Back over to Tomlinson, guarded by Brown. Finds Stevens. Shenandoah's varsity, Houston was saying it earlier, I don't know if we were on the air or not, their varsity is so senior heavy. As Stevens hits another 3, that there's some good juniors playing here on JV. Mills and Stevens are both good players, but they're kind of stuck on JV just because there's so many seniors on the varsity.
Yeah, I'm looking down here, and I'm counting about, 7 seniors here?
Yeah.
6 maybe.
6. and really only one junior that gets much playing time on the JV. That's Jasper Campbell. Again, Royals trail 31-15, 1 minute left here. Was that Brookbank that hit that one?
I think so.
Made it 33-15. Again, we're kind of Charlie over to Lewis. Lewis back out to Halcomb. Halcomb 3 from the wing, no. Rebound by Tomlinson. 45 seconds left here. Stevens drives in, kicks. Back Tomlinson, 15-footer is good. And it's 35-15. 30 seconds to play. Isaac drives, tries to kick to Griffin Brown. It goes out of bounds.
Pass was just too low for Griffin to get a hand on.
Yep. And Shenandoah's coach is saying we're just going to hold it. We're playing tight D, but don't foul here, Grant. Just play defense. 14 seconds left. Stevens tries to throw it into Drake Stevens, and it's stolen away by Stein. Gets it to Lewis going the other way, and Lewis hits the layup.
That's going to do it.
Yep. That's the end of the game, and Isaac Lewis is going to finish as our leading scorer with 6 points tonight as the Royals in this JV matchup fall to the Shenandoah Raiders 35-17. Just what started out so well just fell apart.
End score is kind of deceiving. It was a close game up until the last couple minutes in the fourth, and Shenandoah just kind of pulled away. But
I felt like those last 3 minutes they just kind of poured it on and started hitting everything, and it's just one of those games where, again, we scored 9 points in the last 3 quarters. I think we scored 2 in the second and third quarters combined. So you can't win a game like that, and just a disappointing ending to that game. So we're going to stop this stream. We'll start the next one with the varsity game just a little bit before the varsity game starts. So we'll see you back then. And we'll, again, tune in for us. If you're listening to or if you're watching the NFHS one, you can mute it and listen to us, and we sound a lot better than them. I don't even know who they are, but I'm sure we sound better. So thanks for tuning in tonight again. Royals fall for only the second time this season. We'll come back in about 20 minutes with the varsity action. See you then.